We are across the Hudson from Midtown Manhattan at MetLife Stadium in East Rutherford, New Jersey. The scene a few moments ago, here it is. It's unlike any other in sport as both teams made their way out of the tunnel. These folks are fired up as their guys are ready to do battle between the Los Angeles Chargers and the New York Giants.
Michael Badgley to kick off for the Chargers.
The final playoff push is upon us. It's Week 12 of the NFL season, and we're underway on EA Sports. And he'll go down as this drive will start at the 25-yard line.
At their own 25-yard line.
They'll run for the first time with Austin Ekeler. And he's upended after a gain of 2 out to the 27. Only a couple for him there on the game's first play, and it's second down. They'll break the huddle, come up on 2nd and 8 at the 27-yard line. And he powers his way up past the 30.
On any running play that's called, they're always hoping that it's going to break big and go the distance. But when you get a nice game like that, you're able to do so many things anyway. You can come back and run essentially the same play again, continue to move the ball on the ground, or you can decide to throw the ball now because usually you have the defense back on its heels.
The gain of 4 that time as the drive continues. Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. They'll run for the first time with Devontae Freeman. And nothing doing. He's immediately taken down at the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play there. 2nd down.
Brings up 2nd and 10 at the 35-yard line.
So after the run for no gain, here's 2nd and 10. Throwing Jones. And nearly an interception here on their opening drive. But instead, 3rd down.
Incomplete.
They'll put a check mark in the box where the defense coordinator was saying, how well can we stay with these receivers if we're in man coverage? Because he just did it on that one. Force the incompletion. That allowed him to get bolder with his pass rush, won't it?
Absolutely. Frees up your guys elsewhere. He's got the first down and more past midfield. He's at the 30, 10, and all the way in. Touchdown, New York. A big play there. His 2nd touchdown on the season. And the Giants are going to take a first-quarter lead. Graham Gano on for the extra point. It's up, it's good, and the Giants have a 7-0 lead.
Makes the score Giants 7, Chargers 0. Graham Gano set to kick off.
Gano now following the touchdown here to kick it away. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback.
25-yard line.
And not much to speak of. Call it a 1-yard gain up to the 26.
There on the tackle.
The last play got just a yard. Here's 2nd and 9 from the 26. He's going to fire one deep left sideline. And that will be incomplete. Tried to dial up the long one way out there, but it'll be 3rd down.
There is something to a game plan with trying to keep a defense honest. When with a guy with that type of speed, you do so. Send him deep. Try and throw some air under it and hope you connect downfield. On that play, they were unsuccessful.
He's going to flip one out here to his running back. And he's going to be brought down short of the first at about the 31-yard line. 5 yards, and that means they come up short as they're going to have to punt here on the opening drive. He was only asked to punt once in the victory last week as he sends this one away. Fielded at about the 28. We'll call that a punt of 38 yards officially. And it'll be Giant football 1st and 10. The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive. And certainly they'll be hoping to hit pay dirt like they did on the last drive. Got the football back, so a chance to go up 2 scores. And that's caught inside the 30.
Pass him in this.
And he will take it on in for a Giant touchdown. Darius Slayton, his 5th touchdown now on the year. And the Giants strike quickly here for 6 points. And it's good, and they have jumped out here to a quick 14-0 first quarter lead.
14, Chargers nothing. Graham Gano set to kick off.
Gano now following the touchdown here to kick it away. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line.
25-yard line.
Play action. It's Wilson. Steps away. Now he'll let it go on the run. Deep left side. And nearly picked off there. Almost intercepted. Instead, 2nd down.
That was an interesting look there because as soon as he got outside the pocket, I thought he was going to take off and run for yardage. But what often happens now with these quarterbacks who can move, defenses want to try and keep bodies in front of them. And I think that discouraged him from taking off and made him try a pass downfield that fell incomplete.
And not much to speak of. Call it a 1-yard gain up to the 26.
Well, that's a good start to this drive on the defensive side of the ball.
Force the incompletion on 1st down. Then you're able to shut down the running play on 2nd.
Yeah, I wouldn't be surprised now. A little bit of pressure going at the quarterback in the expected passing situation.
On 3rd down, Wilson. Into double coverage, and it's intercepted. He's picked off at his own 46. And a great return here gets this one all the way down to the 26-yard line. 1st and 10, and kind of tipping their hand at running the ball. 3 tight ends are out there.
1st and 10 at the 26-yard line.
Now Jones. Under pressure, and he'll go down. Sacked back at the 31.
Well, maybe that can give him a little bit of a pick-me-up, a little bit of a jolt. One of the few things that's gone right defensively.
Because other than that, it's really been a first half to forget. And he'll get about 3 as he's brought down to the 28.
Eckler, the ball carrier.
The passing game's been working quite well so far, but the running game's been a little bit of a struggle, and that's a surprise to me. Typically, when you can throw it, you've opened up lanes for your runners.
On 3rd down, here's Eckler. And he'll get this to the 23, but that'll be well short of what he needed.
A quick burst there, and he nicely bit off a pretty decent game.
Graham Gano on for the field goal. A 40-yard attempt.
And the 12-year veteran knocks it right through. And the lead will grow. It's now 17-0. They got the interception, but very little movement after, and that forces them to settle for 3. And it does feel like settling when that happens, doesn't it?
It certainly does, but we got to give a lot of credit where it's due, and that's to the defense because they ran onto the field. This is what we call sudden change, right? Interception, you got to go put out the fire, and they did, holding them to a field goal.
And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback.
25-yard line.
The Charger drive about to get going. It's been an awfully slow start for them. This is their third possession. They don't have a first down yet.
So that means they have to change up what they're doing, and for some teams, it's a change in tempo, usually moving it to more up-tempo type of an offense.
It's caught inside the 25. And all the way in for a Charger touchdown. A big play there with touchdown number 8 on the year. And the Chargers get the quick strike touchdown. No real hesitation from Anthony Lynn. They're going to go for 2. To throw is Wilson. He rifles one that's intercepted. Picked off by James Bradbury.
It's interesting that when it comes to two-point conversions, even heavy run teams tend to throw the ball in these situations. In this case, this one was intercepted.
Yeah, they weren't fooled. They were ready for the pass, picked it off. Oh, did the Rams get it? Yes! L.A. football. The first quarter onside kick recovered. We like these, though. They keep us on our toes up here in the booth.
No doubt about that. You know that says traditional, conventional. Those get torn up in a big way on that one, didn't they?
Absolutely. But, hey, it works. They go play action with Wilson. Flush to his right. Oh, that was dangerous. Throw it into coverage, almost picked. But instead, they'll keep it on second down.
They certainly did a nice job improvising there, extending the play, hoping someone would come open downfield, but they never did.
An incomplete pass on first down. That leads to a 2nd and 10. To throw again, Wilson, and this one incomplete. Too much contact to hold on to that one, and it's 3rd down.
Brandon, we saw these defenders flying to the football in their win last week, and nothing has changed. They're still moving around quickly and forcing incompletions.
Now some movement before the snap. And we'll hear from our referee for the first time this afternoon. So the false start certainly doesn't help matters as they'll try again now. 3rd and long. They go play action now. Wilson. Quickly to Gronkowski. That's caught. And he gets this only to the 44-yard line. Not near enough to keep the drive alive. They get 7 there, but it brings up 4th.
4th down.
So here we go. The offense is going to stay out there. They're going for it on 4th and 8. They'll try and throw for it with Wilson. And this is caught. It's pulled in by Gronkowski. And they'll get this to the 30-yard line before crossing over out of bounds. 4th down, no problem. Just a ho-hum pickup of 14 to keep the offense on the field. Wilson hit. It's loose. It's out. Fumble. But a Chargers player was able to fall on it, and they'll keep possession. Able to fall on it, but look where they recovered it. That's a big loss.
A lot of bad news on that play for them, wasn't there? Lost the football, lost a lot of yardage, but I think the good news outweighs it. Able to retain possession. That was big for them.
Here's the first carry for Northwestern's Justin Jackson. A good pickup there, 13 yards as they get closer for 3rd down.
He was tackled at the 27-yard line. It's a gain of 13, but it brings up 3rd down.
We are in for a good one as we're through one on EA Sports.
17, Chargers 6.
The Chargers on third down, 0 for 3 to this point. They could use a conversion. This is 3rd and 7. They run with Jackson out of the gun. And boy, he is very close to a first down, but from where they're spotting that football, he's going to be a foot or so short. It's a 6-yard pickup, but still a few chain links short, it appears, with 4th down coming up.
4th down.
On 4th down, they'll try and run for it. And this will depend on the mark. I'm not sure he pushed the line forward. And indeed, he did not. They stop him. Well, their first 4th down attempt earlier was successful. This one backfires for a turnover on downs.
I like their aggressiveness. I like what they're doing. They got it the first time they went for it. Why not a second time? I don't think they'll be daunted from attempting it again. If you're on the defensive side of the ball, though, any 4th down stop is a big momentum play.
On 2nd down, Eckler. And this carry not as productive. He's swallowed up at the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play that time, and they'll look to convert on what will be a 3rd and 4.
3rd and 4.
Check Mike 11, check Mike 11. Let's go, D. Big series right here. We got to step it up. Check 37, check me.
Now a handoff. It's Freeman. And they'll get him down about 3 yards short of the first. Just a 1-yard gain on the play, and that'll mean a call to the punt team as it's 4th down.
Well, this was just simply excellent defense. On this 3rd down, they had to be alert for the possibility of a pass, but that didn't stop them at all from understanding what was going on when they decided to run the football, and they just swarmed and stuffed them for almost no gain.
So possession goes over here on the punt, and it'll be Charger football here as they take over. The Charger drive about to get going, and on the last drive, they were in field goal range. They just opted not to kick it, didn't get it. How does that change the mentality this go around?
I don't think it changes much for the head coach because this is what he preaches all the time. Attack at all times in any spot on the field, and he likes touchdowns, not field goals. Now, your field goal kicker, you got to make sure you nurse him through and say, okay, don't worry about it. When we need you, you've got to be ready to go. And the team, of course, loves to see points on the board. So let's see if it changes a little bit if they're in the same spot again.
Yeah, we'll see what the decision is here if they get to that spot. Here's a throw that's taken in out of the backfield. And they'll get it up just short of the 45 at the 44. 12 yards there and a first down.
But one of the ways that quarterbacks keep all the receivers alive in a play, never lock in on any one guy. Make sure you keep your eyes moving, scan the field. And here he finds the open guy for a nice pickup.
And he can't get away from the pressure. The Giants get there. Leonard Williams able to record his 5th sack of the season. To try again after the sack. Wilson steps away to his left. And that one goes incomplete. He's maybe lucky it wasn't a fumble as he got hit as he threw it.
A lot of times it's that first read that you have. Maybe you get it in pre-snap, and he locked in on his target, but he was covered quite well, and that one's incomplete.
The Chargers on 3rd down. Not good. 0 for 4 thus far. This will be 3rd and 15. Out of the gun, here's Wilson. Looking for Gronkowski, and it's intercepted. Julian Love picks it.
All you got to do is
Bring it back. It's a pick 6 and a Giants touchdown.
It goes without saying, but I'm going to say it anyway. That's a ball he would like to have back, and it lands right in the lap of the defender from there. He doesn't have very far to go before he gets to the end zone, and he got there in a hurry.
And they're able to up the lead by 1 more.
Makes the score Giants 24, Chargers 6.
So they throw the pick 6. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air. Fielded a couple yards into the end zone. And he returns this to the 22.
The Chargers take over 1st and 10 at their own 22-yard line.
The Charger drive about to get going. Back to the air, Wilson after the pick six. And he's got the hook up to Ruggs. And they work this well upfield across the 45. 23 yards, the final tally.
And the Chargers first down.
On 1st and 10, it's Wilson. Going top shelf for Smith-Schuster. It's caught inside the 25.
Wilson's pass.
That goes for a gain of 31. Three tight ends in the ball game here on 1st and 10.
Down, Chargers.
Throwing is Wilson. And Wilson's going to be intercepted a third time. Picked off at the 15. Through an opening, and there he goes.
All day, baby, come on.
And he will bring it back. It's a pick six and a Giants touchdown.
Touchdown, Giants.
So now 2 pick sixes that he's thrown in this first half of play. Where do you go from here?
Well, number one, make sure you keep your poise. Make sure you go to the sideline after throwing this second one, and you look like you're still in charge, that you're still the guy, because your team's going to feed off of you. And if you're having your hands on your head or shaking your head and walking with your head down, guess what? They're not going to rally at all.
That'll be taken about a yard deep. And he'll be brought down at the 28-yard line, so the decision to bring it out of the end zone gets him 3 more.
At their own 28-yard line.
The Charger drive about to get going. And following the pick six, and they had decent field position in throwing that pick six. We'll see how they attack this drive.
And I think all you say to your guy is, listen.
And he can't get rid of it. He's taken down. Shaquem Griffin, he was relentless there as he hits home for the sack. Sacks a growing theme in this first half. This is 2nd and long. Now a quick throw as that's complete on the hitch route. 1:55 left to go in the first half of play. A reminder, once we hit halftime, as we do all season, we'll send it down to Jonathan Coachman in Orlando. He'll have all the stats and scores from games in progress around the NFL.
The best multitasker in the business, the coach.
Got his connection complete to Ruggs. And he'll be out of bounds just shy of the 40. A gain of 22.
Henry Ruggs.
And now with that completion, he's north of 200 yards here in the first half.
And he's going to break our statistician, Marvin, isn't he? Because Marvin right now is just tallying it up. Hope his hand doesn't hurt too much doing this or keeps hitting the calculator. But my goodness, what a start he is off to. By the end of this game, he could have monster numbers. He just wants to continue to be accurate.
The catch and run, good for 18 and a first down.
First down, Chargers.
Now Wilson on first down. Flushed out right. Going to throw deep for the end zone. And incomplete. He dropped it in the end zone.
As soon as I saw him break contain and get outside, my first thought and my eyes gravitated downfield, because nowadays, most of these quarterbacks, when they do that, they want the big play downfield. They don't want to throw it short. In this case, he took the shot. It fell incomplete.
They get 6. That'll leave them with 3rd and 4.
What a luxury to have a guy like this who can not only spell your starter, but can come in and keep drives going.
3rd down.
Here's Wilson. They set up the screen to Penny. And they're going to mark him down short, maybe by about a yard, if that. The screen only good for 3 that time, and it'll bring up a 4th down. The offense going to stay out there. They've converted once, failed once. What can they do here on 4th down?
They dialed up the screen pass on 3rd down, and for a second, it looked like it was all going to come together, and they had a chance to pick up a first down, but the defense got there and finished it off.
The Chargers going to signal for the first of their timeouts as they stop it here with just under 40 ticks to go in this first half. Now a 1st and 10 at the 11. They'll run with Jackson, and they'll lose yardage here. They go backwards to the 13-yard line. 2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12.
I have a feeling they'll stay committed to running the football, especially on the early downs. They just haven't had a whole lot of success just yet.
Now the Chargers will use the second of their timeouts as they'll stop it with 25 seconds to go here in half number 1. A rare misstep on that last play because the drive has been strong, but now it's 2nd and 12. Now Wilson. Eluding the pressure right. This will be caught at about the 5. Chargers going to use their 3rd and final timeout as the clock will stop with 18 seconds to go in the first half. Wilson toward the end zone, but that's going to wind up incomplete.
Intended for Justin Jackson. Incomplete. Brings up 4th down.
Wilson in the offense not coming off the field. They're going for it on 4th. Here's Wilson. On the move to his left. That's caught. It's Gronkowski for a Charger touchdown.
Touchdown.
Rob Gronkowski in the final seconds of the first half. And the Chargers are able to close the gap just a bit. Again, Wilson. Escaping the pressure right. And it's intercepted at the goal line. Able to get there and pick it. And his guys have got it back at the closing stages of the first half.
31.
So just 8 ticks remaining here in the first half as they'll kick this one away. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback.
25-yard line.
The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive. Time for a final kneel down or a safe run, and then they can head to the locker room with a lead.
Yeah, or they can even run a screen. You know, something they feel is somewhat safe that might actually pop and turn into a big play. That's what you usually run in this situation.
Or go 4 verticals because why not?
Because you're feeling it, right? You're just feeling it.
So we reach halftime in what's been a fairly one-sided game so far. As we'll get you down the coast to Orlando for Jonathan Coachman at our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach, the Chargers going to get the football first here in this second half, and they trail as we get back underway. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. Off the play fake. Here's Wilson. Flush to his right. Now he's going to throw it back deep over the middle. Oh, he's got a little daylight. And what a return as he brings this all the way back down to the 20-yard line. That one is going to sting. First play of the third quarter and a turnover.
And you have to know that at halftime, they spent a lot of time going through their checklist of what they wanted to accomplish.
And that is caught. He's got it for a Giant touchdown. Darius Slayton with his second TD of the game, his 6th on the year. And the Giants use the short field to their advantage as they cash in for 6.
Graham Gano on for the extra point.
It took them an extra look, but they found out it is a touchdown indeed. The official says this one counts.
The kick is good.
Extra point try good by Gano. And that will bump the lead up to 26.
set to kick off.
Gano now following the touchdown here to kick it away. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line.
25-yard line.
The Charger drive about to get going. They are right now just ice cold. I mean, they have struggled big time in this game, and they're getting blown out. How do they adjust?
So tough because we always talk about it being a team game, and you need all 11 working well together. But every now and then, partner, you need that one guy who can make a play against all odds that maybe can ignite things. And I think that's what they're looking for right now.
Yeah, you talk about going to your playmakers. They probably need to do it.
Find someone that you're used to touching the football that makes big plays and give them that opportunity.
And my goodness, another interception. Picked off around the 41. And a great return here gets this one all the way down to the 26-yard line. Now, I'm starting to wonder, Charles, if 5 interceptions, is that the last that we've seen of him?
Well, I think that a lot of people hope that's the last they've seen of him in this game, probably including himself. If this were baseball, the manager would have been at the mound already and asked for the ball, and he'd be in there getting a shower. But in football, you might have to go stand on the sideline and watch the rest of it and see if your backup can do any better.
Off play action. Jones. And this is going to be caught. He won the fight for the football. That puts him in excellent position. 1st and goal after a gain of 19. Looking to throw. Jones. And he's going to be dropped. Back at the 15-yard line. Uchenna Nwosu got the sack there. First down, a bit of a disaster, and now on 2nd and goal, back even further. Now a 2nd down throw for the end zone, but it's incomplete. Back-to-back great plays defensively. 1st and goal, a great job in coverage there. All of a sudden, they're looking at 3rd and goal from further back than when they started.
And the really good play callers look.
Now Jones is hit. He lost the football.
Much like a running back going through the line, quarterbacks have to be aware of protecting the football as well. He left it exposed that time, wound up having it knocked free, but fortunately, had an alert teammate who was able to get it.
Field goal, a 38-yard attempt.
Gano's kick is good. And that will push the lead up from 26, and it grows up to 29. So a good kick there to polish off the drive with 3 points.
Yeah, coaches always talk about finishing a drive with a kick. 2 of them give you points, either an extra point or, in this case, a field goal.
And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. The Charger drive about to get going. They have been struggling. I would imagine at halftime they went through some possible changes. Well, those changes aren't working, so now where do you go?
I think that now it's much more in their head. And what I mean by that is just what you said. You've gone over the changes. I bet they were pretty clinical at the half, not too emotional. They might need to go to the emotional side because you've got to find something, some spark somewhere. And so far, just being calm hasn't exactly worked.
They need any spark at this point. So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. Sliding out of the pocket. And that'll be knocked away. It's incomplete.
The keeper.
Well, defensively, they haven't let him just sit in the pocket and get comfortable. And that's opposite a lot of game plans in today's NFL. Ordinarily, you're trying to keep the quarterback hemmed in. In this case, they brought the heat, and if he flushes out, they're fine with that, and they force another incompletion.
2nd and 10 now. Wilson. Going to air it out deep for Gronkowski. And that's going to wind up incomplete. However, we do have a flag down. Let's check in with our referee. Play action. Now Wilson. They'll wind up losing a full 10 yards on the play. And it'll be 2nd and goal. First down, a bit of a disaster, and now on 2nd and goal, back even further. Flushed out right. And that'll be incomplete. We do have a penalty flag down, however. Let's see what that's about. So he was past the line of scrimmage when he threw it.
And as they say, that's a no-no. Got to be able to understand where you are on the field and not cross the line before throwing the ball downfield.
The penalty certainly makes things tougher here as they try again. 3rd and goal. And now here is another interception. Picked by Julian Love. And I think he's going to go. They're not going to get him. 30. Past the 20. 10. 5. And he will bring it back. It's a pick 6 and a Giants touchdown.
Touchdown.
This D wanted to put it away before we even get to the 4th quarter, widening that margin a bit further.
And while they won't just empty the bench just yet, if you're a backup, start loosening up. I think you'll get a chance to play before this one is over now with that type of a cushion.
So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick 6. And now the kick is away. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback.
25-yard line.
The Charger drive about to get going. And last time, decent field position through the pick 6. Obviously costly.
But they can't afford to just bunker in now. All right, good field position means go ahead and attack on offense. Try and press the advantage a little bit. They just have to be better with the football on this possession.
So the last one didn't bother you too much last time.
No, because it's exactly what you're supposed to do. You can't have good field position, not try to take advantage of it. Sometimes the defense makes a good play, too.
6 yards the pickup, and that's a first down.
First down, Chargers.
Here's Jackson. And a 6-yard gain gets him right around the 43.
Ball carrier.
Line of scrimmage, the 43 on 2nd and 4.
A 6-yard pickup brings up 2nd and 4.
Now it's Jackson.
Justin.
And the big fella stuffed that one up in a big way. I think doubling him has to be a priority because you can't move up to the next level if you don't take care of him first.
3rd down.
They'll try and run for it with Penny. And he's got the first down yardage as he brings this up to the 47. 3 yards there, good enough to keep the drive moving.
A gain of 3 on the play.
They'll throw on first down with Wilson. He's going to fire one deep, middle of the field. And my goodness, another interception. Picked off at the 24. And he'll take this back all the way up past the 45-yard line. Charles, whatever's going on between his ears right now, it's just not completely calculated correctly. 7 picks between last week and this week after that one.
And they always say the most important part of a player is those 6 inches between the ears. But right now, it's all those interceptions that are going on. So whoever his trusted confidant is on the sidelines, I don't know if it's the offensive coordinator, the quarterback's coach, maybe the backup quarterback, that's who he needs to get with now and get himself calm.
It'll be a loss of a full 3 yards there, and it also brings up 3rd down. So time to start going in the other direction as they come up now 3rd and long. They'll run out of the gun with Eckler. And to the 49-yard line, but no further, and obviously he is well short of the first. They do get 10 back, but still a ways to go on 4th. Here's Dustin Colquitt now, as he'll punt it away for the 2nd time.
4th down.
And this works out well as it'll kick out of bounds at the 11-yard line.
10 at their own 11-yard line.
And what is this? They're lining up here to punt on first down. It's fielded at the 45. It'll be a 41-yard punt, give them 5 on the return. And this offense will take over right at the midfield stripe with a 1st and 10. Jones and the Giants now with a 1st and 10 right at the 50-yard line. Jones out to the flat, and that's caught. And they're able to work this to the 25 before it's all said and done. Give him 25 yards on the play there, and it'll result in a fresh set of downs. Welcome back now here in East Rutherford. And this is a blowout so far as we get set for the 4th quarter. A very one-sided affair. And he went nowhere. He'll lose yardage back to the 29. It's a loss of 4 on the 1st down play.
Brandon, it's clearly a running situation when you're up in the 4th quarter. They're going to have to stack the box and make it difficult for them to move the ball.
Made it very difficult right there. Now they need to repeat that effort.
Yeah, bring 7, 8, 9, whatever it's going to take to slow them down.
And he gets it all the way down inside the 10 and mark him at the 5. First call that a very strong gain of 24. They'll run here with Freeman. And he'll get this one back to the 5-yard line, but no further than that. No gain on the play that time, and it sets up 2nd and goal. 2nd and goal, and the lone man in the backfield is Freeman. Buying time to his left. And he's just going to throw this one out of bounds here. Nowhere to go with it. Incomplete.
It's nothing like pressure to affect the accuracy and the timing of a guy trying to throw the football. And on that play, they ended up flushing him to his left, contacted him as he's trying to throw the football, and that led to the incompletion.
They'll try and run. Freeman. And he takes it into the end zone for a giant TD. Devontae Freeman, his 2nd touchdown on the season. And this offense continues to pour it on. This one was over a while ago as they just add on to their big lead.
Score Giants 55.
Ooh, a little cruel here. They're going to go for the onside kick up big.
To kick off.
And this will not work out. The Chargers able to recover. 4th quarter, they felt like they needed the football back. Unfortunately, they couldn't get it.
And I know we brought analytics into the game, and someone has said here that the data says that when a team's expecting an onside kick, 80% of the time, the team expecting it, they do actually recover the ball, which is what we saw here. I just wonder if that number is much more of an anecdotal type of a number. Kind of like when the coaches tell us, well, when you score on special teams, 93% of the time you win the game. I'm still waiting to see that number is empirical.
And what in the world? Now they're going to fake it. And he is not going to get the first, but remember, it was only 1st down, so a bit of an odd play, and it results in 2nd down. I got to tell you, absolutely no clue what just happened there. None. But I do know it's now 2nd down after the fake. Well, I've never seen this one. It's 2nd down, and the punt team. And, oh, we've seen it all now. It's a fake. And he'll be stopped short of the marker, but they'll keep possession here. Remember, it was only 2nd down, so now it's 3rd. No words at all for that one. Just a ridiculous play, to be frank, but they keep possession as now it's 3rd down. And what in the world? Now they're going to fake it.
They live for this.
The 20. And they will finally drag him down at the Chargers' 5. I'm at a bit of a loss for words at exactly what happened there, but I guess you can't argue with a And oh, we've seen it all now. It's a fake. And it's incomplete. That's one of the strangest play calls you'll ever see, but they'll get it back. It's 2nd down. Well, folks, I guess and what in the world? Now they're going to fake it. And it's incomplete. The most bizarre of 2nd down calls there, but the incompletion gives them another shot on 3rd down. And oh, we've seen it all now. It's a fake. And he will not get the first, but since they bizarrely went for it on 3rd down, it'll now set up a 4th down situation. Well, that was certainly an interesting time to try a fake punt. The good news, they will retain possession here, but now they face a 4th down. So now here comes the field goal team for the third time today.
A 27-yard attempt.
Oh, they flip it to the kicker. He looks like he's going to throw it toward the pylon. Caught. And he will take it on in for a Giant touchdown. Hunter Henry hitting double digits with his 10th touchdown of the season. And the Giants have got it on cruise control.
Makes the score.
Gano and that will extend this big lead. Gano now following the touchdown here to kick it away. That'll be taken about a yard deep.
In this position, trying to get back into the game, teams are looking for a spark from their special teams. That's not what they got, though. They got a setback, and they have a long field to cover if they want to try and put points on the board.
Now Wilson down around his goal line. Oh, now backing up, and he's out of the end zone. The referee was right there to call it, and that is a safety. Things are just going from bad to worse now. It's a safety that does him in here, and that is one frustrated offensive unit.
They can't get out from under their own shadow right now. I mean, I know this is the NFL, but could you imagine a college crowd right now? Imagine what they'd be doing. They'd be chanting, "Start the bus," because they think this one is over.
Jones and the Giants now with a 1st and 10 on their side of midfield at the 47. He'll hand off here to Eckler. And he'll lose yardage on the play back at the 45-yard line. 2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12. First play of the drive goes the wrong way. 12.
45-yard line.
Once more, here's Eckler.
You gonna like this?
The first down and more inside the 40. And they will finally drag him down at the Chargers 13. A big play there for the Giants. Give him 42 yards on the ground. From the 13 now, they work on 1st and 10. They'll try and run some clock here as they keep it on the ground. And now a fumble. The ball's out and picked up by the Chargers. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. He has been a workhorse for them in this game, and ball security hasn't been an issue until that point.
Yeah, and let's face it, when he's going to carry the ball that many times, he becomes...
And can you believe it? It's a second safety in this ball game. Things are just going from bad to worse now. It's a safety that does him in here, and that is one frustrated offensive unit.
They can't get out from under their own shadow right now. I mean, I know this is the NFL, but could you imagine a college crowd right now? Imagine what they'd be doing. They'd be chanting, "Start the bus," because they think this one is over. Any return that gets you to midfield is a great return. 1 first down, and you're almost in field goal position.
Good start in field position for the New York Giants here as they come up 1st and 10 at the 45. Eluding the pressure right. He completes it to Tate. And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30.
That's good.
A good pickup there, 26 yards.
1st and 10.
Not totally home free yet, but it's looking good as they come up 1st and 10. And he's going to be met at the line of scrimmage and taken down.
The ball carrier.
Call it no gain on the play, and it'll be 2nd down.
No gain on the play. 2nd and 10.
That one looks like he'll throw here. He's got his man. This is Tate.
Let's get that swagger, y'all. Let's get that swagger.
And he'll be out of bounds about a half to a full yard shy of the 5. Last play they got stuffed at the line. Different story here, over 20 yards. Well, they probably don't need to run a play here, but you wonder if they're going to be able to resist on 1st and goal. And give them another 6. It's caught for a touchdown, and the blowout continues.
Well, partner, when a team's up this big, this late in the game, I always wonder what's their motivation, because if it's me, pulling on the reins a little bit. But for them, I don't think it's in their DNA. It's not their head coach's makeup at all. I think his opinion is, you stop us, we're not supposed to pull back ourselves.
I don't know what was going on there, but the end result, this is going to be a safety. Things are just going from bad to worse now. It's a safety that does him in here, and that is one frustrated offensive unit.
They can't get out from under their own shadow right now. I mean, I know this is the NFL, but could you imagine a college crowd right now? Imagine what they'd be doing. They'd be chanting, "Start the bus," because they think this one is over.
Well, Charles, it's one thing to